Good morning, everyone. We ask you settle in your seats, get comfortable, and please silence your cell phones at this time. We'll be starting our service with our meditation with Cheryl this morning.
Good morning, everyone. So glad to be back. Okay, I think most of you here have meditated before. We're just going to do a short meditation and get in touch with our inner spirit. So you may want to just close your eyes and just begin to take some deep breaths at your own pace. Just breathing in deeply and letting go through the mouth. And as we do this, we just begin to relax all those little muscles around the eyes, the cheeks, the mouth. And we just feel this wave of peace passing down through our neck and shoulders. And out through the hands. And as we breathe, we feel our chest relaxing. Down into the torso and legs, feet. We just begin to feel totally at peace. And now we see ourselves in a small field of yellow wildflowers. They're everywhere, blowing in the breeze. Just a sea of yellow, the blue sky. And we either sit in a comfortable spot or we walk through the field. If we're little, we might even run through the field. We feel that spirit, our innate, indwelling spirit, alive and one with nature. So we're just going to take a minute here and turn over any concerns to spirit. thank you, Spirit. As we begin to return into this time and place, feeling renewed and refreshed. And we know we can come here at any time. So as we put our attention back on the body, let's take some deep breaths. And whenever you're ready, just open your eyes. So it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Cheryl. That was beautiful as always. A beautiful way to start Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all our mommies, mommies to be, mommies that are, mommies that want to be, all mommies. Happy Mother's Day.
Fur mommies. Pardon me? Fur.
Oh, fur mommies. Yes, we are all fur mommies. Yes. We have lots of fur babies at our house, and Cynthia has a special Sammy at her house. So we're all fur mommies. So if you all would please stand and read together our vision and mission statement. CSL West Georgia is a joyful global community where everyone belongs. Through our unique spiritual teachings, we provide a safe environment to experience compassionate living. And our declaration of principles, I believe there is a one creative intelligence operating throughout the universe. I believe my purpose is to allow this divine mind to express in, as, and through me. I know that this divine presence is a power for good, which responds to my conscious use to create a life filled with health, love, peace, and success in all things. I use it now, and I rejoice in it, and so it is.
And please remain standing. We're going to sing the gratitude song dedicated to all our mothers. Can't get my microphone in the right position. Sorry. We had a shindig yesterday and things got moved around. We had Shonda's baby shower. Okay, let's try again. Gratitude before me. Gratitude behind. Oh, wait a minute, I'm off. Okay. I got it now. Gratitude before me. Gratitude behind me. Gratitude to the left of me. Gratitude to the right of me. Gratitude above me. Gratitude below me. Gratitude within me. Gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me. Gratitude behind me. Gratitude to the left of me. Gratitude to the right of me. Gratitude above me. Gratitude below me. Gratitude within me. Gratitude all around me. Yes. And I'm so grateful. Woo-hoo. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Let's sing that again. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me. I finally got the right key. Okay. Can't read my own writing. Somebody write for me, okay?
We're grateful for Connie and Cynthia, right?
Yes. Thank you.
And
We're
no,
grateful
Cynthia
for
has Cynthia has new hair today. Woohoo! It looks great.
This is my natural hair.
Oh, I've seen natural. Have y'all seen the picture with the real natural hair?
No.
It's great, I have to tell you.
The 80s hair.
The 80s, well, we can explain it then.
That's how you believe it's my real hair, right?
Well, this morning, the reading that I'm doing this morning actually comes from the Huffington Post magazine newspapers out in California, if y'all know who she is. And it's written by Dennis Merritt Jones. He has also been a contributor to Science of Mind magazine. He's a minister in Science of Mind. Interesting that he has been writing for the Huffington Post. So it's actually called The Metaphysics of Mother's Day. I don't know that I've ever seen an article about the metaphysics of Mother's Day. So I read it, and I thought, I think I'm going to share this. So God couldn't be everywhere. So he created mothers.
Amen.
It's a Jewish proverb. And I thought it was I've never heard it before. And of course, I agree. Right, girls? Do we all agree? Well, we know that in truth, the infinite one is indeed everywhere because it is omnipresence. I've always appreciated the folk wisdom and metaphors quoted above because it depicts the inevitable character of the divine feminine, which is omnipresent, nurturing, and sustaining all living things while excluding none. Dr. Ernest Holmes refers to the feminine principle as the universal womb of nature. Because as an omnipresent principle operating through all living things, it knows how to unconditionally nurture and grow to fruition whatever falls into its embrace. For this reason, I believe another term for the divine feminine could be unconditional love. In other words, infinite presence as the divine feminine is unconditional love. Most all of us have heard and agree with the statement that unconditional love is the most powerful force in the universe because it aligns us directly with the highest vibration of the infinite. Then it would seem logical to say that women are inherently more powerful than men. Why? Because a rule of thumb, women are far more likely to be in touch with their divine feminine, which is where unconditional love exists as a universal principle, than are men. Note, I did not say women were stronger, more intelligent, or important. I said women are simply more powerful. Why? I believe it's because women have a much easier time accessing their feeling nature, which is where authentic love resides. While this may well fly in the face of many of, and remember, a gentleman's writing this, my brothers out there, it is nonetheless true. The good news is the divine feminine, being an omnipresent principle, means men have equal access to it. The problem is men have not been as willing to go there because it is generally buried a bit deeper in men and may require some revealing and balancing of our integral energy system that can be flat out uncomfortable for the average male. I think most men believe that to access the divine feminine within means becoming more vulnerable. And for many, I suppose it could be. But irrespective of the discomfort, it's only in the light of that vulnerability that authentic love fully reveals itself. What I have discovered for myself is that the more willing I am to embrace the divine feminine within myself, balancing it with my masculine energy, the more likely I am to live openly in a day-to-day consciousness of unconditional love. For me, being the obvious, this is the metaphysical meaning and purpose of Mother's Day, the celebrating the creative nature of nature. Yes, first and foremost, Mother's Day is an opportunity to celebrate our earthly mothers, thanking and honoring them for the amazing job they did in bringing us into the physical world. Using the very principle of divine feminine to birth us, unconditionally love and nurture us for so many years, and then selflessly launch us on our own spiritual journey into the human experience. No doubt, not everyone had such a happy and healthy relationship with their birth mother, which is why it's important to understand their unique relationship with the creative principle of life, which goes far beyond personalities. Perhaps equally as important, Mother's Day can be a chance for each of us to consciously reconnect with the principle of the divine feminine within ourselves, which is where the true power of unconditional love resides, waiting to embrace and nurture us. Celebrate the divine feminine this Mother's Day and notice how loved you really are.
And so it is. And Connie and I have a song for all the mothers out there, for our mothers included. It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine, 'cause that's your way. You always walked a step behind. So I was the one with all the glory, while you are the one with all the strength. A beautiful face to hide without a name for so long. Beautiful smile to hide the pain. Did you ever know that you're my hero? Everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings. Might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I've got it all here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. Of course I know it. I would be nothing without you. Did I ever tell you you're my hero? And everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle. 'Cause you are the wind beneath my wings. 'Cause you are the wind beneath my wings. You let me fly, fly away. You let me fly so high, fly, fly. Oh, you and ease my wings. Thank you.
Do y'all remember the movie
Oh yeah,
that song came from?
beaches.
Beautiful movie, Beaches. Just cry. We have a wonderful speaker to introduce you to today, Catherine Wheeler. Catherine is a practitioner down at our sister church down in Atlanta, and we are delighted that she has decided to come and share her wonderfulness with us today. She teaches a class every Sunday morning, and I got to sit in on it this morning. So this is a multifaceted speaker with us today. Let me give you a little bit more information. Catherine is a beacon of beauty, love, and peace. She embodies the sacred essence of the divine through her deep connection to nature. Since 1999, she's been a devoted follower of Science of Mind. She became a practitioner in 2014, and she's a co-facilitator of adult study on Sunday mornings. She nurtures spiritual growth while also founding a support for cancer survivors, thrivers, offering solace and strength. Leading Shinrin Yoku sessions, she reaches the art of forest bathing, fostering harmony between humanity and the natural world, a mission she continues after retiring from landscaping. Yet her truest passion lies in the art of writing and storytelling, where she weaves her love for nature into every tale. Please welcome Catherine Wheeler.
All right, let me get set up here. I got my cheaters. Can move that one away, yeah. So as she said, my name is Catherine Wheelus. I am a practitioner. Our Sunday morning group adult study meets from 9:30 to 11. We take the daily guides from the Science of Mind magazine from the previous week. We choose a few favorites, read them, and then discuss them. Sometimes, like today, we also take articles from the current month and discuss it. We have been having adult study for over 10 years. We have 15 to 20 people every single week. And some attendees are out of the U.S. As I pointed out today to Sandy, we have a lady in Brazil. We have a lady in St. Petersburg. Most of the time we have a lady that's in Washington, D.C. Another one of our gentlemen has been in Puerto Rico and is coming back to Atlanta soon, but and sometimes he's in Kenya. So we're all over. We have people everywhere. Let's see. It's open to anyone who wants to be with us. You can register and you can join us and you can come and go. If you need to leave at 10:30 in order to come here for service, you're welcome to do that. It's not real rigid that everybody has to be there a certain time. I began my Science of Mind explorations here in 1999. Then in 2003, we started going to what was then ACRS, now SLCA. And as she said, I became a licensed practitioner after my second practitioner class in 2014. So when I decided to speak to you today, I really didn't think about it being Mother's Day. I had lots of ideas, but I had lots of ideas to talk about, and even I had a talk planned out that was the allotted time. But then in adult study today, our facilitator assigned us an article in the magazine this month called, let me give you the exact title because if you'd like to look it up, Which Kingdom of Consciousness Do You Claim? And then in practitioner meeting on Tuesday night, we also were assigned this particular lesson. So it's like, okay, I'm getting the message. Recently, we had a life visioning class from Dr. Michael Beckwith. He also talked about the 4 levels of consciousness. So I said, okay, sometimes spirit has other ideas as far as what there is to do and what to talk about. So as I had my tonic drink from my most current diet book, I read, once again, my inner guide had other ideas about what to share with you. Maybe the mind clearing tonic contributed to the shift. I don't know. So on page 12 of the magazine, Joanne McFadden talks about this month's Science of Mind theme, from good to great to grand. That speaks to the deepening consciousness that happens when a person gets serious about living a spiritually centered life. If you and I pursue a spiritual path consistently, we integrate spiritual beliefs into all we do. McFadden says these stages of spiritual evolution are tools to gauge the spiritual centeredness of our thoughts, words, and actions. We ask ourselves, from which kingdom am I operating? And is this who I want to be? The kingdoms of consciousness have been described by many different teachers. They're not linear. We all bounce around from kingdom to kingdom, from hour to hour, even minute to minute. So kingdom 1 consciousness is the victim consciousness. The belief is where life happens to us out there, and what occurs is completely out of our control. Now, this is Mother's Day. How many mothers do we have today? Okay. All right. Now, of course, some of you may have acted in the mother role without being a biological mother, like our fur mothers. We talked about that already. Or maybe your mother was your biological mother, or someone in your life was in the mother role when we were very young, and most of us felt like our parents were in control. The degree that mom controlled us and everything in our lives varied from mother to mother, from dad to dad. The ideal mother was conscious and really directed us and taught us responsibilities, and also encouraged us to think for ourselves. Our mothers were human, and they bounced around too. As we grew, we did think for ourselves. The degree and age we challenged the rules was different for everyone. Moms and maybe dads said when to go to bed, when to eat, what to eat, when to go to school, when to do homework, when to play, and maybe who to play with. Most of us felt like the world and life's conditions were out there. The article says the victim consciousness is often a poor place to be, but our moms and our dads were just fulfilling what they thought parenting meant. They did the best they could with the consciousness they had. So did our teachers. It was their responsibility to teach us lessons, school lessons. Some children started rebelling in the 1st grade, like my 1st grade, second grandson, and he gets in trouble a lot. 1st grade. Some didn't challenge the status quo until they went away to college. Now, I'm not in any way criticizing mothers. That's just, okay, get off here. Get back up to the thing. Okay, we started in life in this 1st stage of consciousness. It was out of our control, or it seemed that way. And because consciousness is not linear and bounces it around, it occurs in different ways. My mother was a controlling mother. She expected me to think and believe the way she believed. While I was growing up, I mostly acted by her rules. I went to her church frequently and quoted the scriptures. I was a good, white, Southern Baptist girl. I hear some chuckles. I know some other people here know to be Southern Baptist. But I had another set of beliefs hidden on the inside. The things I did in college at the University of Oklahoma were definitely not on her rules list. My daddy believed she's old enough to go out. She's old enough to know when to come home. Mother did not share her trust in my ability to think for myself and make responsible choices. She was trying to control me even after college. What I'm saying is these Kingdom One victim beliefs, powerlessness over conditions do come about when we're growing up. Ideally, someone taught us how to be responsible, but that happened in varying degrees also. Maybe we were told to pick up after ourselves and clean up after ourselves. I frequently hear stereotypes about today's youth not taking responsibility for their lives. They are just so entitled. But I taught my children, ages 35 to 42, to be responsible. They were young enough when I started Science of Mind that my answer to them would be to find their own solution to a problem. Just tell us what to do, Mom, they would plead. I would say, no. If I tell you what to do, then I'm taking responsibility away from you to come up with the answer. And you will blame me if it's not the right answer. As you grow up, you will have lots of decisions to make. And I'm teaching you now how to make those hard decisions. I think I was a pretty good mother. Did I make mistakes? Did I sometimes come from the first level of consciousness? Yes. All mothers are human, growing in consciousness too. But I grew, and they witnessed my growth, and they grew. They're each pretty responsible, thinking, kind, strong, and loving adults. Now, Kingdom 2 is the co-creator. To move this to this stage, we give up shame, blame, and regret. We have the power to shape our life experiences and are open to the good. In Science of Mind, we consciously learn how to direct the law of mind, the creative part of spirit, God, source, or the universe. You can give it your own name. We use the powerful word for deliberate creation. Sometimes this state comes about by growing up, becoming adults, and just thinking for ourselves, because that is adulting. But unless we stop blaming, sorry about the technical difficulties here. Okay, but unless we stop blaming the out there circumstances, they did it to me, I have no control outside of me about the events, etc. We are sort of in a limbo between the first level and the second. We are moving into the state of manifesting, visualizing, affirmations, but not quite there yet. But we move away from the victim conscious and Science of Mind to having life go pretty much as we like. We take about taking control of our lives. We have studied the principles. In theory, we had manifested a good job, good friends and relationships, a good parking place, a nice house or apartment, a car, a desirable spiritual community, and more. But there is something not quite right, something missing still. Some of what we want to manifest hasn't worked, and we can slip back into, why me? What am I doing wrong? Why isn't this working? That lands us in Kingdom 3. Kingdom 3 is surrendering to spirit, beyond good, and on to great. And that is what when manifesting takes a new direction. Surrendering, that word conjures up some stuff from our past. Traditional church, that meant stop being who you are. Stop doing the things that were against the religion's rules. Give up what you think you are. Give up your evil ways and just be what they say. I can hear certain members of my family say, I will go to church, but I won't do what they want. I will still drink and cuss and have a good time. I won't surrender who I am. The levels of consciousness interpret surrender another way. In the article, Joanne says, computer. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, those of us, in the article, Joanne says, those of us who enter Kingdom 3 are ready to surrender ourselves as the creators of our experiences to become a willing instrument of Spirit's creation, allowing the divine to work through us. Emerson's quote shortened, we get our bloated nothingness out of the way. We do not give up our own unique way of being in the world. We are all connected to God or Spirit, but have our own way of expressing our individual personalities. In Kingdom 3, we simply open to the vessels of Spirit. What do you want me to do as me? We express love, compassion, peace, and joy. Life begins to flow easily and abundantly. What we need shows up when we need it. We delve in the state of consciousness when challenges show up. There is no panic. You affirm life is unfolding for my highest but best, despite contrary appearances. We have peace. You affirm life is unfolding. Regardless of what life brings us, we will always land in the hands of Spirit. Gradually in Kingdom 3, your I or me or the ego-centered consciousness dissolves, and you are more concerned for the welfare of others. Being concerned for others is stage 3 consciousness. You don't surrender who you are. You live who you are and in the service of others. God is in charge, working through you. Now, when I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2013, I called the Cancer Treatment Center of America. The one in Georgia had just opened up and they had a long waiting list. So the CTCA Foundation flew me to Zion, Illinois, which is the location of the first CTCA hospital for immediate treatment. As I got there, I was in a very scared and judgmental place. I saw everyone else is competing to who had the worst illness, the worst pain, the worst condition. But I had been in Science of Mind for a while. I had an aha moment. I started practicing the Namaste prayer. The God in me sees the God in you. To everyone. Everything changed. It was like a big curtain moved across the stage of the cancer treatment. I also made a conscious decision to give smiles to everyone, including the nurses and doctors. They had a hard job. And I felt like in a small way, I could give back to them for their hard work. My focus was on giving to others. My healing experience went very well. I feel in my own way, I contributed to uplifting them and other patients. I gave love to them and they gave it back. When Kingdom 3, spiritual work and mindfulness work are part of my everyday life. It is now 11 years, 4 months since my diagnosis. When I walk in the doors at the Georgia Hospital for follow-ups, so automatic, I don't even think about it anymore. I get surprised when the staff or other patients react to me like they know me and are speaking to another friend or even coworker, even though we've never met. They are drawn to me too. When I walk into some public place like the DeKalb Farmers Market, I start consciously thinking, I see you with love. I try to give eye contact to others, loving eye contact to others. A few years ago, I would experience people being rude and aggressive. I don't anymore. Unless I forget to send out the love, I am still human. I still bounce around. It is in my intent daily to employ different spiritual practice to seek a greater expression of the divinity within me. Still using some of the writer's words, I want to be a power for compassion and transformation to be centered and aware. Very recently, one of my dogs was very sick. Talk about being a fur mommy. My husband and I thought she was going to die. I love my pets so much, and the wildlife around my house, and the trees and the plants. I'm a big nature life lover. And this ill rescue dog is my special girl, the alpha dog in my house with 3 dogs, a Maine Coon cat, and a rabbit. Fear had taken over me. Whatever her problem was outside of me, out there. I cried a lot and wasn't thinking straight. Yes, I had bounced into the kingdom 1 or level 1. I took her to the vet. She prescribed medicine and a treatment plan for ear infections. We became Kingdom 2 co-creators, but my fear was still present. When her death was on the table, I finally surrendered. I could not control what was happening. I accepted whatever was next. I had done everything I could. I let go and I let God. It was on a Wednesday night. That night before bed, she ate all of her food. The next morning, she began to have more energy and started acting like a normal dog. Her ears were much better, and she was hearing better. Her bodily functions were normal dog stuff. And now, when we take our long walk to the mailbox by the road, she prances and holds up her tail. And when we come back up the hill, she gives me a cardio workout. I had the realization that my fear was getting in the way. I was in the trying to control mode. She had an ear infection that could be treated and fixed with the help of the veterinarian. She's 9 years, 9 months. There will be more health challenges with the senior dog. I know that. Will I always be able to surrender? I will do what I can and let the vet do what they can. But then I have to let God be in control. Well, God is always in control. I just have to get out of the way. And ideally, I will do it without moving into the fear place. Whatever happens in the days or years ahead is for her highest good and my highest good. So then we say, what about Kingdom 4? What is Kingdom 4? Kingdom 4 is oneness. 4 consciousness is the mystic consciousness. Complete oneness with the divine livingness spirit. Jesus and Buddha lived in stage 4, and I have gotten a glimpse of that a few times. One of the many things I have studied is the tree of life, or the Kabbalah teachings. It says that our life journey is to try to reach that top part of the tree, but as humans, we are not supposed to be up there for very long. It even suggests that when we do stay up there, it's probably time for us to make our transition. Most humans don't live that oneness most of the time. I like to do what McFadden says, living in compassion and transforming relationships. I recognize my oneness. Compassion is an example of a transformative interaction. I have empathy and I care for others. I like her suggestion to go deeper into relationships to connect and belong. I want to find ways to help others to connect and belong. She gives some examples: have meaningful conversations, bolster someone's confidence with compliments or support, listen to a friend in crisis. And like I said earlier today in adult study, sometimes just giving somebody a smile and eye contact makes them feel better. No matter what's going on in their day, for someone, even a stranger, to smile, it lifts them. It lifts their spirits. We recently learned that one of our former members at SLCA made her transition at the end of 2023. She was my dear friend. She always listened to me, and I listened to her as we talked about everything. We would randomly run into each other and always talk 2 to 3 hours. Always. She was a perfect example of oneness. She always listened to me. I always listened to her. I grieved for her. I never felt separation from her. I miss her. Spirit and growth are infinite. It is up to us where we want to go. We can stay comfortable in the second stage or move on up to the other stages. Most of the time, our growth is in our control because we have choice. Sometimes, when we least expect it, growth happens regardless of where we are caught up in everyday life. We say, life happens. But sometimes, spirit happens. The bigger picture happens, and how we deal with it is up to us. In 1991, there was a big storm coming from Alabama. Early in the morning, I went outside to walk my dog. The aura of the sky was green, something I don't always see or experience. I have been talking to trees all my life, and I looked up at the very big oak tree in the head tree in my yard, and I said, "Grandmother, you are so beautiful. I hope you will stay with us for a long time." And in a calm, loving voice in my head, I heard a response. "I'm leaving soon, granddaughter." It really shocked me. But when I have those kinds of experiences, I have learned to just go with it and not stop the flow from another realm. "Oh no, I hope not, grandmother." Tears were filling my eyes. "We love you so much. You are important to all of us." "Very soon, granddaughter. Very soon," she answered me. I returned with the dog inside and lay back down in the bed, just thinking about a few more minutes of sleep. About 30 minutes later, my husband ran in the room and said, "This storm looks bad. We need to move into the middle hall for safety." We all moved to the middle hall of our Georgia shotgun house. Outside, we heard very heavy wind and rain, and then a big boom. The house shook. Inside, we heard rain coming in the dining room and kitchen ceilings. I stood up and looked out the window. The great grandmother oak tree was leaning against another smaller oak tree in the backyard. She was pulled from the ground and was gone. Then I remembered that she told me she was going soon. We lost 13 trees in the tornado. 12 went the direction of the storm from west to east. She went north, not hitting the house except for a couple of her limbs. If she went like the other trees, she would have crushed the house and all of us. The nature of the mother was to do her best and not hurt her family. And when you learn to work with the trees, you are all one family. And that was the nature of our mothers, to nurture, protect, and care for the children in the best way they knew how. We are all mothers or fathers, whether we are biological parents or not. We can all create great to grand for all life on the planet. Create peace through personal transformation, and we will all have peace. Joanne McFadden says, to remain steadfast to this vision that collective transformation and peace are achievable in the universe of infinite possibility. So today my message to you is to honor your mother figure by honoring the mother in you. Care for ourselves and each other. We are all capable of being mothers or fathers. We are all spirit manifested, and our growth is infinite. There was a song I learned in different groups and at SLCA. And it's a very appropriate song to me for all mothers to sing to their children. When my daughter and I used to hit heads when she was a teenager, and I have to say this, I just have to say this. My daughter, who is graduating from Harvard School of Education in about 10 days. Okay. So, and she started at West Georgia. You know, she was like 11 or 12 when we started. And I used to sing this song to her when she and I would get into conflicts. Because if you got two strong women in the house, you're going to hit heads. And it's not that there's anything wrong with the mother or the daughter. It's just something that definitely happens. But I sang this song to everybody in the family at times. We sang it on lots of occasions. We sang it for healing when we had someone pass away in our group. And so I'm going to sing it to you. And if you've heard it, I'm going to sing more than one verse. But I want to sing it to you today. And it goes like this. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. And so it is.
Well, that's hard to follow. But I'll do my best, okay? This is a song I wrote for my mother about 10 years ago. It's called I Celebrate Your Life. I come here as a witness to the heart and soul of you. My heart is overflowing, filled with memories of you. Your life unfolds before me, your laughter and your tears. I see your problems and your failures. I see your courage before fears. You touch me with your love. You change me with your heart, and I celebrate your life. I cherish every day with you. I recall the times we spent and all the love we knew. Today I celebrate your life, and I see your loving face. feel your warm embrace. And here we are today, and I see beyond this world to an eternity with you. I celebrate your life. I've been so blessed by the gift of you. I celebrate, I celebrate, I celebrate, I celebrate. And I see you in the beginning, when your world was fresh and new. Your life stretched out before you, with your dreams waiting to come true. With courage you began. I see the smile upon your face, in your triumphs and your failures. I see your beauty and your grace. You touch me with your heart, and how you changed me with your love. And I celebrate your life. I see your loving face, and I hear your words of comfort. I feel your warm embrace, and we are here to celebrate your life. I see your loving face, and I hear words of comfort. Feel your warm embrace. And though I'm here today, I see beyond this world to the majesty of you. I celebrate your life. I've been so blessed by the love from you. I celebrate your life. I celebrate, 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 I celebrate. And though I'm here with you, I see beyond this world to the eternity with you. I celebrate your life. I've been so blessed by the gift of you. I celebrate your life. I have been blessed by loving you.
Not only can she sing, can she ever write? Wasn't that beautiful, everyone? Oh, honey. Beautiful, as always. Special. And now we come to the part of our service of conscious giving. Money is a spiritual activity. Remember that. Spiritual giving is an opportunity to express our gratitude and open our consciousness to receive greater abundance. It is the practice of participating in the circulation of universal good. We have 3 ways to give here at CSL West Georgia. You can pick cash or a check in the envelope found in your bulletin. You can donate online by accessing your personal Breeze account using the Breeze mobile app on your phone. You can also donate electronically with your phone by using the information found on the back of the bulletin. This information is also being placed in the chat window for our online viewers. If you donate online, either by using your phone or your Breeze account, please put an online giving card in the collection plate to acknowledge your contribution. If you did not pick one up at the door, you can get one from the usher. Now, as one consciousness for prosperity, let us say together, freely I give with a feeling of abundance, knowing that my gift blesses others and myself as well.
Freely I give, freely I give, giving from my heart and from my soul. Freely I give, freely I give, and the gifts come back to me tenfold. Lovingly I give, lovingly I give, giving from my heart and from my soul.
And together we say, I am grateful for the divine givingness circulating abundantly through my life, our community, and our world. Are y'all getting tired of me standing up here chatting?
No.
I just got a lot of stuff to talk about. Next week, our guest speaker is Dr. Tamara Stevens. Y'all remember? Dr. Tamara came and spoke to us. She was wonderful, brought her book, just fabulous book. Well, we're fortunate to have her back with us, again, experiencing her joyfulness and helping people to become curious, patient, accepting, and appreciative of every life experience, and ultimately live their life with purpose. On May 30th, ta-da, 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 our new kitchen countertop will be installed. Yay! And we have to acknowledge, come and stand up.
Jim.
There's
Go,
Jim.
Jim.
Yay!
Jim.
Jim is our contractor. And Jim put up with me going over to help pick out a countertop that he should have picked out. It was perfect. So we have a wonderful new countertop coming, and he's going to be installing it for us. So we are absolutely delighted, and we thank you so much. Thanks to all of you who've contributed a little bit extra to help cover this expense. But we do have the basket over on the table by the door for any other additional love offerings you might be able to donate. Now remember, Midweek Refresher Study Group meets every Thursday evening here at 7:30. We are currently reading and discussing Your Mind Can Heal You by Frederick Bales. How true it is, y'all. It is absolutely true. Wonderful, wonderful book. You can do it on Zoom, but Dorothea needs to know ahead of time. But we'd love for you to be here in the community so that everybody gets that touchy-feely stuff, which we are so known for and which we love. If anyone would like prayer support, Shauna is not here today. Shauna is our mother-to-be that had a huge party here yesterday. She's a little worn out today, but she is our practitioner. And we have a box set up over here on the credenza. And if you need a prayer done for you, please fill out a card and you can put it in there, because she and Dorothea, every Monday at 1:00, they do prayer services for you all. So if there's something that you need some help with, please feel free to fill out the card and put it in the box and they will collect it. And anyone new today, I see a mama I haven't seen before. Yay! Welcome. We are delighted. We are so happy to have you all with us, everyone, today. And Ronnie has a packet to say welcome. So we are delighted to have you. Come and say hello to her afterwards, everyone, and welcome her. Social media. You all know we're on everything, right? And you all need to be on everything with us. So please check off everything that we're on. Go to Instagram, go to our channel on YouTube, go to our Facebook page, look us up, check us off, because every time you like anything that we do, that raises us up and gives us even more visibility, I guess is the best way to put it. So, by the way, you all, if you would like to speak with Catherine, have some questions that she might be able to help you with, please, she's offering to stay after service for a little bit. Anyone, please come and chat with her if you have any questions. So she would be available. Also, don't forget on Sunday mornings, if you want to tune in and listen to their class, it's terrific. So now we're going to be closing our service today. Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Happy Mother's Day.
We go forth today knowing that we are God's blessing in the world. Only good goes from us. Only good comes to us. And so it is. And join us in the circle for the peace song.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With spirit